What's up, everybody out there? Hopefully, y'all are well and blessed and having an amazing day so far. If you're not having a good day, because I am realistic, I get it. Hopefully, your day turns around because bad days, as much as we hate them, they serve a purpose in one way, shape, or form. And I think there is a lesson that is learned in every day in which we have, regardless of what type of day it is, good, bad, excellent, horrible. There's always lessons to be learned. So I got to thinking today. There are like certain practices in which I have adopted for myself and my life, my household as well. Things in which that are going to promote happiness and joy, good mental health, things of that nature. These practices that I think a lot of people out there can benefit from. So I feel like, just coming on here and being transparent and sharing, my thoughts and, what I think as far as these tendencies go. And hopefully it will help somebody out there who feels worn out, overwhelmed, tired perhaps, because these are things in which, I struggle with, just being overwhelmed a lot, tired. And, God speaks to me quite a bit. And one thing that I do that I have to check myself on is I give a lot of myself to other people. I give a lot of my time to other people. I give a lot of effort to a lot of other people. I give a lot. I just give a lot to people, And when you do that too much, your cup begins to run dry, and then you're left with nothing, especially if you don't have anybody to pour into you to rekindle your fire, to revitalize your mindset. You don't have that. When you don't have the right people around you, that is, then your cup's going to run dry. It's going to sound really bad, but the mass majority of people that we deal with are leeches. Not because I feel that they have ill intents for us, not because I believe they want to hurt us or anything of the sort, but some people are just extremely needy. Like, they constantly need to talk, they constantly need to be around you, they constantly need your input, they just constantly need. And these people have little to nothing to offer when it comes to balancing out the output and the input that you may be distributing into them. When you find yourself in a situation dealing with people and all they do is take, you are going to burn out. You're going to get tired. You're going to get aggravated. You may even become angry and resentful. And if you let yourself get to that point, you may not want to help anybody else. And we're not supposed to go throughout this life without helping people and lending a hand wherever we may be able to do so. And if you get to that point, that may be a point of no return, because you have allowed too many leeches into your life. And if you don't know what a leech is, like I said, a leech is something that it clings to something. In the case of a leech, it would be an animal or something like that, or human. And it just sucks them dry of their virtue, sucks them dry of blood. And it may not be blood that we're losing, but we are losing virtue. Energy that comes from within. Natural energy, that is, because some of us are just natural healers. And when I mean healers, I'm talking like mental healing. People are just really good with their words, really good with their responses, really good with their reactions, just really good at making people feel good and giving them good advice. And we need people like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's the type of person that I am, which is, why I said it, I say it again, that I tend to give a lot of myself to people. And it has made me, exhausted at some points. So what I decided that I would do is this. And if you want, you can feel free to practice this and see how it works for you. See if you notice a difference in your mental health or your attitude, your day-to-day tasks, and see if you feel better. See if your energy level is a little bit higher than it was previously before applying these things, okay? So I want you all to cut out anybody, and I mean anybody. It does not matter whether this is a friend, whether this is a partner, a family member, or whoever is taking from you but not pouring into you. I do understand that there's a season for everybody. There's a season when we need to be there for people. Okay? I'm not saying don't be there for people. Be there for people, right? But don't be fooled. If you are constantly there for somebody for years and you're just constantly pouring into this person, you're essentially pouring into somebody whose cup has a hole in the bottom and is sinking out. And you're wondering, like, I am pouring into this person. Why aren't they taking heed to what I'm saying? Why aren't they getting stronger? Why does it seem like everything I say goes in one ear and not the other? You know why? Because it does. And that is when you start getting angry and resentful and you're like, I'm not helping anybody else anymore because you're not listening. No. That might be that one person, but that is a leech. And that is the person that you need to leave alone. Now, I'm not going to say, hey, we can't be friends anymore, but you still may want to let them know, look, I don't have the energy for this. I can't do this anymore. Sometimes they may take that hard. Sometimes they may take it well. It really depends. Hopefully, human logic sets in and they're like, well, I am kind of always dropping a load on him, or I'm always kind of dropping a load on her. Hopefully, they will think with some logic and just, admit that perhaps they are a burden to you, because, some people can be a continuous burden. Continuous. Let me clarify something. Friends are there for each other. Yes, it's true. But friends also build each other up. Not constantly take while the other person is just running low. What happens when, let's just say you're the friend and you're constantly like trying your best to pour into your other friend, and they're not taking heed to what you say, they are not listening to you, and then your cup runs low and now both of you have nothing left. You don't want to get to that point. You want to see the writing on the wall and say, look, I'm doing all that I can on my end, and now it's time for you to start doing something for yourself. You need to start applying what it is I'm telling you. I'm trying to help you, but I don't feel like you're listening. I don't feel like you're doing the things in which I've been telling you for the past couple of months, for the past couple of years, and yet you're still in the same position. So how does that help them if they're not applying the things in which you're telling them? It doesn't help them, and it sure as heck doesn't help you either. So you need to leave them alone. Leave them alone. People deserve better. People deserve to thrive. People deserve to feel strong, not feel worn out and tired all the time. And if you feel tired all the time and worn out, then you probably have the wrong set of people in your life. This could even be people that you work with, So for me, I am just not going to give any energy to anybody who is constantly taking from me and who has nothing to offer. To some people that might sound bad, but I don't think it does. Not when you're a giver. No, it doesn't sound bad. Not when you're a giver. If you're a taker only, then yeah, that's terrible. But if you're somebody that's constantly giving, you're never getting anything back. Like if I'm not getting emotional support back, if I'm not getting any energy back, if I'm not getting any reinforcement back, if I'm not getting anything back, any defense, nothing, why would I keep giving to this person? Why? The only thing you get is a headache. Why do you want to keep giving to this person? I want to be a good friend. Sometimes it's best to take a step back and let your friends fall on their face so that they can learn a lesson. That's a good friend. And when you see that they've fallen on their face and that they're ready to come to, then you step back in and be like, let's go back to step one. Remember what I tried to tell you a couple years ago. That's a good friend right there. So, yeah, that there, folks. The days are short, and, we shouldn't have time to keep going in circles with people. We're talking about grown men and women that claim they want to change, that claim they want help, that claim that they need advice and tips, and then when you got somebody there and you give it to them, they're not one ear, not the other. They're not receiving it. So let's do that. Make time for yourself, put yourself first, and just have it to where you put people on notice. Put people on notice. Put people in their place. It doesn't mean that you hate them. It doesn't mean you don't want to be their friend anymore. But I feel that our personal mental health is more important than the next person. You can't help anybody if you're constantly in need of help. Like it doesn't work that way. Like I've never seen a sick person help a sick person. I've never seen a tired person help a tired person. And it's always one of the people have to be in a position to be able to heal, to be in a position to lead. One person has to be, so that we can get those people out of those positions. But you can't get somebody out of a position they're not trying to get out of themselves.